My name is Jordan Foster. I was born the 2nd of August 1991. I was a pretty normal baby, pretty happy, everything seemed fine. I lived and grew up in a town called Hinckley. It's just outside Leicester. It was where the hansom cab was invented. The one thing I really remember from living there is its market stall. It's one of the oldest market stalls in England, really. I lived with my dad and I lived with my mum, and for a while they were happy together. Then I came along. They were together for years and then they married and had me. But 2 years after I was born, things went bad and they both broke up. Luckily I was only 2 years old, so it didn't really affect me. And then I lived with my mum. When I was quite young, my mum had a friend called Karen, and she introduced me to her son, Jack. It was a bit strange when we first met, but only after a couple of days we knew we'd be best friends. We've been best friends for nearly 2 decades now. To be honest, I can't see us ever again not being friends. It's like he's always been there. We'll do all the kid stuff, really. Every weekend or so we'll go round to each other's house to stay the night. And we'd do things like play games. One of my most favourite games from my childhood that I used to play with Jack was Donkey Kong Country. Another thing that used to annoy my parents is that we both used to make pillow forts at every opportunity. As we started to get older, we used to even copy each other. I started to grow my hair, and so did he. Started to like the same music. We were a bit inseparable. Primary school was pretty good, to be honest. I made another friend there called Sam. We've been friends ever since, and yes, he's always looked like a skinhead. As the years went on, my mum found someone. She met this bloke called Phil. He was what we would call a bloke, really. He had a London accent, big goatee, big muscles, skinhead, loved bikes, loved working on stuff, and it was great. Then I started middle school. It was alright for a while. Made a few new friends. And yeah, my hair was pretty long back then. But then, things started to go wrong. I was bullied. I began to put on weight. I started to shy away from people, and I just generally became an outcast. This went on for years, even on to my secondary school. I felt alone, and I felt lost. I felt like no one really cared. Even my friends and family didn't understand. And because of that, I began to resent some people quite close to me. People use the word hate a lot, but the emotion that I was feeling at the time can only be described as hate. The bullying got to such a stage, I've even been attacked with bladed weapons more than once. And then, slowly but surely, my mind started to venture into very, very dark waters. And then something changed. I started college, and I met new people around me who liked the same things as me, and I thought this might be a new start. So I cut my hair and completely changed my attitudes towards life. I started becoming interested in photography and making films. Of course, which I love doing. And then, as I was going through college, unfortunately, my mum and my stepdad broke up. All of a sudden, he just left, and left mum broken-hearted. But I thought I'd take the responsibility to make mum better again. I was there for her, and eventually she healed. Because I had felt so neglected earlier on in life, I wanted my own voice, and so I stumbled across YouTube. I found all these people just talking to the camera. At first I thought it was a bit strange talking to an animate object, but I warmed to the idea. Slowly but surely, I began to love the idea. Then as I started university to study photography and film, I met this wonderful person called Hannah. We've been together a year now, and I love her very much. I started to become a YouTuber myself, and I've met some amazing people on the way. Yes, Paul and Steve, I am talking about you. Thank you for all your support. Hello. Recently I hit just over 100 subscribers, so I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who supported me. Well, everyone up until this point. Steve, Paul, Coley, Hannah, Mom, Dad, brother and sister, stepmom, friends and family. Thank you very, very, very much to help me get to this point. The channels I want to see do this next is Austin Risotto and The Aggressive Peanut. After all the stress that's been going on recently with university, it's gone now, it's finally gone. So I'll be vlogging again as usual. Yay! So, yes, okay. And a big thank you to anyone who I forgot to mention. I'll remember at some point. Thank you. See you later, mate.